Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin! Game cartridges assembling.
Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers.
Keep working, you rust buckets!
Uh-oh. 1 zeros, 1 zeros. I don't know. I just can't seem to get it.
First game up, mugshots!
My name's Verity. I bust bad guys. You want to help? Come on in. We got 4 suspects pinned down. 3 of them are guilty. Listen to their stories and spot the mistakes. The ones that lie did the crime. Today we're interviewing 4 performers from the Dingaling Brothers Circus. 3 of them pulled off a daredevil robbery of an armored car yesterday. Remember, only one of these clowns is telling the truth. The other 3 are lying. Speaking of clowns, first up, Buttons Ha Ha.
You're joking, Verity! I was rehearsing for my new act as a one-man band. I play the kazoo, the bassoon, and the caboose.
How does that sound to you? Are the kazoo, the bassoon, and the caboose all musical instruments? Let's move on to Pex Armstrong, the circus strongman.
You can't strong-arm me, detective. Yesterday, I was bending metal bars with my pinkies. Let's see, I used titanium, terrarium, and aluminum.
That's quite impressive, Pex. But are those all metals? Now it's the Russian trapeze artist, Ivana Flipova.
Verity, darling, I'm innocent. I just flew back from Mother Russia this morning. That's Russia, as in the largest country in the world.
Hey, I could look that good too, if I had that face and that figure. But is Russia really the biggest country in the world? Finally, there's Gilberto Whiplash, the one-armed lion tamer.
I didn't knock over an armored car yesterday. I was picking out sheep's wool because I'm knitting my mama a cashmere sweater.
One-armed knitting. He must be good. But does cashmere really come from sheep? Well, just like I figured, each criminal all but confessed. Did you spot the mistakes?
I play the kazoo, the bassoon, and the caboose.
Buttons is gonna be one sad clown. A caboose isn't a musical instrument. It's the last car on a freight train.
I was bending metal bars with my pinkies. Let's see, I used titanium, terrarium, and aluminum.
The only thing Armstrong was bending was the truth. A terrarium isn't a metal. It's a tank where you keep plants and small animals.
I was picking out sheep's wool because I'm knitting my mama a cashmere sweater.
You'll have time to knit sweaters for the whole family where you're going. Cashmere comes from a special kind of goat, not sheep. Bye-bye, Whiplash.
That's Russia, as in the largest country in the world.
Ivana's not just another pretty face. And she's not lying either. Russia really is the biggest country in the world. She just better stay away from my boyfriend, or there's one trapeze artist who's headed for a fall.
play another.
Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Even the revolting slob, who seems to be about ready to...
Eat lunch!
Lunch? But you're dressed for football.
So?
Well, it must be hard to eat with all that equipment on. The revolting slob doesn't seem to realize how out of place his helmet and shoulder pads are for eating lunch. Does this make his equipment A, inaudible, B, inappropriate, or C, indescribable? The answer is B, inappropriate, which means not fitting or out of place.
Hey. Touchdown!
You seem to like football.
Yeah.
Why don't you go play that instead?
Not very good.
Oh, come on. I'm sure you're terrific.
No, bad.
But everyone says you're a wonderful player.
They're wrong.
The revolting slob doesn't have any confidence in his football skills. Does that mean he lacks A, self-assurance, B, self-pity, or C, self-defense?
No.
The correct answer is A, self-assurance, which means a belief in one's abilities.
Touchdown!
My word, what a catch! The revolting slob is celebrating his amazing play. Is he being A, annihilated, B, annotated, or C, animated? The correct answer is C, animated, which means full of life and movement. Let's review. The revolting slob's football equipment is most inappropriate for eating lunch.
Not good.
When it comes to playing football, the revolting slob was lacking self-assurance. But after his remarkable catch, he became quite animated. And you might also be interested to know that annihilated means completely destroyed, which is what would happen if there were, say, an explosion. No slobs were harmed in the filming of this show.
Game time in 10 seconds. Skip pad.
Hey, cats. It's your friend Sketch here to lay something heavy on you. Just 'cause you got eyes doesn't mean you always see. You got to get the whole picture before you really know what's going down. Don't believe me? Well, I'm gonna show you some pages from my sketch pad, but not every page. See if you can tell what's happening before I show you the missing pages. You dig? Now picture this. Two strong dudes are clearing a big field for plowing. Those cats work all day long. By the time they're done, they're mighty thirsty, baby. The only problem is they can't reach down far enough into the well to get some water. There's no bucket and no rope. But somehow those dudes find a way to get all the water they can drink. Crazy, man. Are you switched on and with it? Can you figure out what really went down before I lay the missing pages of my sketch pad on you? Remember, you can look, but you don't always see. Check it out. Now, you might think some tall cat came along and gave them some help, but it ain't that. Or you may be thinking a quick rainstorm went passing through, but it ain't that. Or maybe you think they found a super long pipe and used it like a straw, but it ain't that either. So you gotta ask yourself, if those cats can't get nearer to the water, how can the water get nearer to them? By raising the water level, man. They dropped stones in the well, and the water level came up to meet them. Just like when you take a bath in a rubber-dub tub. Are you seeing it now? Groovy. Like I've been telling you, when you really use your eyes, you're gonna draw the right conclusions.
Professor Rocket, and who, may I ask, are you? Never mind, we don't have time for idle chit-chat, because it's time to play Psycho Math! Whoa, what's up with that? Okay, here's how Psycho Math works. I'll show you an equation, but instead of numbers, I will show you some pictures. Now listen up. You figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the problem. It's as easy as pie, and even more delicious. Ready? Let's get with it. Okay, let's start with the number of the day that New Year's Eve falls on. Then add it to the number of spaces in a tic-tac-toe game. Then divide it by the number of notes in a musical scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You got the answer? You take 31, the day New Year's Eve falls on, add it to the 9 spaces in a tic-tac-toe game, divided by the 8 notes on a musical scale, and the answer is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're doing Psycho Math rocket style. Now, get ready for the next one. The number of holes in a standard golf course. Next, add the number of the IQ of a rock. Here's a hint, it's not too smart. Then, take away the number of lives 2 cats have. How you doing? Did you figure it all out? So, what does it equal? We got 18 holes in the golf course, plus 0 IQ points for that dumb old rock, minus 18 lives, that's 2 times 9 of the 2 cats. And it equals 0. Z-E-R-O, 0. And you thought 1 was a lonely number. Okay, this is the last one. But who's counting? Me, that's who. The number of dollars in a grand. Then you subtract the number of years in 5 centuries. Minus the number of centimeters in a meter. You got the answer? I know you do. Let's do the Psycho Math. There are $1,000 in a grand, minus 500 years in 5 centuries, minus 100 centimeters in a meter, equals 400. I said 400. Okay, I can't take it no more. Professor Rocket has to lie down and rest his aching brain so he can be ready to kick it with more Psycho Math. Until then, Professor Rocket's out!
Watch your backs! Coming through! Hey!
Okay, right there. Hold it.
Haunted house party.
Good evening and welcome to the haunted house party. Tonight we will enter the netherworld where you will be compelled to guess who our mystery guest is. And what a dead-on coincidence, for our guest of honor has just arrived. See if you can identify him before you too are nether.
Good evening, my fellow dead friends.
May I take your robe, sir?
I'll keep it with me. I'm expecting some reasonably ill weather.
Very good, sir. What is that smell?
You'll have to excuse me. I've been traveling in rather close quarters with a number of livestock. Deodorant is in short supply.
Haven't you ever heard of a shower?
Of course. In fact, I've been expecting quite a large one presently.
I'm sure the rest of the guests will be ecstatic.
I wouldn't think so. This one's going to be a doozy.
Oh, not to worry, as even if it rained for a week, Madame has a plethora of boats at the ready.
They better be at least 300 cubits long because it'll be raining 40 days and 40 nights. Luckily, I built a humongous seaworthy vessel to keep all aboard safe.
I see. But won't being sequestered for that length of time cause your livestock to become awfully tense?
Ah, yes, little schmarty pants. I've thought of that. That's why there'll be 2 of each animal on board, you know, to keep each other company.
So, do you recognize our ghostly guest? Let's cut through the clues. He's traveling with animals. He's expecting it to rain for 40 days and nights. He built an ark, and he will have 2 of each animal on board. The mysterious mystery guest is...
Yes, I am Noah. And with all this lightning, I'd say we're in for one heck of a downpour.
Not to worry about the flood, my friends. As you see, we're already dead. Tune in again next time when you're all invited to the haunted house party.
Who's got the next game? Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. Let's dive right in with our first animal. Poop or Scoop, all starfish have 5 arms like a star. How about it? Does every starfish have 5 arms? If you think I'm just pulling your leg, vote poop. But if you think you've got to hand it to me, go Scoop. And the answer is, it's pure poop. Most starfish do have 5 arms, but the crown of thorns starfish can have as many as 19. Isn't he something? Let's give him a great big hand, or 19 of them. Moving right along. Poop or Scoop, the average Rhea can run faster than 50 miles per hour. Don't rush to a decision, but if you think it's true, vote Scoop. If not, vote Poop. And the answer is, it's the straight Scoop. Yes, sir. Rheas can really run 50 miles per hour. They may not be much for flying, but those strong legs mean they can even outrun a racehorse. I guess that's what the flap's all about. Here's another one for you. Poop or Scoop. The pufferfish gets its name because it puffs air out of its mouth, making it the only fish that can swim backwards. If it sounds like I'm blowing smoke, go Poop. But if you believe it, go Scoop. And Poop it is. When threatened, the pufferfish swells up like a balloon. It makes itself too big to fit in another fish's mouth. Poison glands don't make it any tastier. These little guys are called cicadas. Poop or Scoop. Some cicadas live underground for almost 20 years before seeing the light of day. What do you say? Do these flying insects really spend years and years underground? Straight Scoop! And the answer is, it's the straight Scoop. The Magicicada, or 17-year cicada, is born, then buries itself and doesn't come up again for 17 years. But when he does, look out! Millions of his cousins do the same thing at the exact same time. They swarm trees and make a huge racket for about 6 weeks before they give birth, and the whole 17-year cycle starts all over again. Wow. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Loading. Check. Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer and closer and closer. The riddle is, what runs, yet it has no legs? What runs, yet it has no legs? What runs, yet it has no legs? And the answer is a nose. A clever answer, but a little crude. I guess that's why he's the Riddle Snake and not the Miss Manners Snake. So long.
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
The Magicicada, or 17-year cicada, is born, then buries itself and doesn't come up again for 17 years. But when he does, look out! They swarm trees and make a huge racket for about 6 weeks before they give birth, and the whole 17-year cycle starts all over again.
So, do you recognize our ghostly guest? He's traveling with animals. He's expecting it to rain for 40 days and nights. He built an ark, and he will have 2 of each animal on board.
Yes, I am Noah.
You got the answer? You take 31, the day New Year's Eve falls on, add it to the 9 spaces in a tic-tac-toe game, divided by the 8 notes on a musical scale, and the answer is 5. 5.
When it comes to playing football, the revolting slob was lacking self-assurance. But after his remarkable catch, he became quite animated.